Once upon a time, there were a king and queen who wanted to have a child.
If only we had a child.
But they never had one. One day, the queen was bathing. A frog leaped out into the water, onto the land, and said to the queen,
"Your wish shall be fulfilled before a year has gone by. You shall be a daughter."
What the frog had said came true, and the queen had a little girl who was very pretty.
I am so happy with my precious daughter. I want to give a great feast.
The king invited not only his family and friends, but also the 13 fairies in his kingdom. He only had 12 golden plates for them to eat out of, so one of them was not invited. The feast was held with splendor, and the fairies presented their magic gifts to the baby. One gave virtue, another beauty, a third riches, and so on with everything in the world that one can wish for. Suddenly, the 13th came to the palace really angry.
The king's daughter shall in her 15th birthday prick herself with a spindle and fall down dead. Ha 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 ha.
And without saying another word, she turned around and left the room. They were all shocked, but the 12th fairy, whose good wish still remained unspoken, came forward, and since she could not undo the evil spell, but only soften it, she said,
My queen, it shall not be dead, but a distance of 100 years, into which the princess shall fall.
Listen to me, all of you. I ordered you to burn every spindle in the whole kingdom. Nothing happened with my little daughter.
As years passed by, the gifts of the fairies were completely fulfilled unto the young girl. She was so beautiful, modest, good-natured, and wise that everyone who saw her loved her. One day, when she was 15 years old, the king and queen were not at home, and the girl was left in the palace alone. She visited every place in the palace, looking to rooms and bedrooms, and at last, she came to an old tower.
I have never been into that tower. I will go up there and see what's up there.
She climbed up the narrow winding staircase and reached a little door.
Good day, old woman. What are you doing?
Oh, come on, little girl, I am spinning.
What sort of thing is that rattles round so merrily? I want to spin too.
Come here, child, don't be afraid.
As soon as she touched the spindle, the magic spell was fulfilled, and she pricked her finger with it. She fell down onto the bed and went into a deep sleep. This sleep extended over the whole palace, including the king and the queen. After many years, a prince from another country heard an old man talking about the castle.
Tell me, old man, is it true that a beautiful princess has been asleep for 100 years in that castle?
Yes, it is true, your majesty. Nobody can enter the castle. Many king's sons have died to enter.
But how can that be?
There's a thorny hedge that keeps them from entering.
And do you know the name of the princess?
Her name is Briar Rose. The king and queen and the whole court are also asleep.
I am not afraid of the thorny hedge. I will go and see the beautiful Briar Rose.
I am warning you not to go. It is dangerous, and probably you will not return alive.
You will see, old man. I will come back and Briar Rose will come back with me.
He opened the door into the little room where Briar Rose was sleeping.
She's beautiful as everybody said. I have to kiss her.
But as soon as he kissed her, Briar Rose opened her eyes and awoke, and looked at him quite sweetly.
Oh,
I am the prince. A sweet princess, I love you. Will you marry me?
And soon the
Yes,
marriage of the
I will.
prince and Bria Rose was celebrated with great splendor. And they lived happy to the end of their days. The end.
I am so happy with you, my precious daughter.
Ulitin mo ang ingay.
Alin, ano sa'yo sa Oo, kunwari nag-uusap tayo. Kasi i-mute naman talaga yun. Oo, totoo na.
The king's daughter, shall in her 15th birthday, prick herself with a spindle and fall down.
Tomorrow.
My queen, it shall not be dead, but a distance of 100 years, into which a princess shall fall. Kuya!
Kayo na ba?
My queen!
Te, pumunta ka sa camera. Andiyan ka.
Median, nagsisimula na ulitin mo. Kumanta pa to. What sort of thing is that